Friday Night Fever. I'll be your host, Starface Summer, along with none other than Donna Summer. Y'all niggas ready to boogie yoogie yoogie? Yeah. I got the homegirl in there with me. Better show you niggas the importance of the boogie. The boogie yoogie yoogie. Alright, let me. Delicate with these type of things, fellas. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let me get my slow. Where at? Yeah. Knock out a spaceship. There, put that there. Whoa. Alright. Put that there. Slide that there. And the turntables right. Let me get my ones and twos right. Get it. So yeah. If you're wondering what we're here for, it's Friday. Yes, sir. TGIF indeed. Word to Urkel. We in here with the great one, Queen of Disco. At least in my opinion, I agree with it. Niggas fine thus far, but to be fair, I haven't explored the nooks and crannies of disco. But this nigga here is a bad mammo jammer. Yeah, man. So, first off, we gonna get straight into it now. Alright, now let's kick the ballistics. Alright, anyway. Oh, yo. Power this motherfucker. Now, this right here, my friends, is about partying. This is for the party people and a place to be. You hear me? You ain't a party animal. Let me get my light on these niggas. Niggas think of the game. You ain't a party. Oh no. Boy, me at a party animal. You niggas crazy. Be the party people every day, boy. Nigga Mike told you niggas, nigga. Let's get it, man. So yeah, man. Y'all see I got the girl in the building, you know what I'm saying? Let's hear it for the girl. She up in here, you know what I'm saying? Now this is an interesting collaboration right here. Because let me show you how it happened. Now, we'll just go back from what recent chats or talks, you know, the Mad thing with the Mad Max thing with them. I'm telling you about being too rigid, right? Rigid in your thinking. Just now, everybody got whatever they believe in, or certain shit. You just be like, well, I'ma just, you know, nigga gotta really show. And it's you and me. Everybody got that shit like, well, but I'm the type of nigga I'm gonna do the knowledge on it as opposed to if somebody tell me something I don't believe it or I don't feel like it's valid. Some shit just sound utterly ridiculous. Like I was telling you about the nigga, like my boy. When I was locked up, my boy Austin. The nigga when he was telling me that shit about the fit. Now I was by that time he said that shit. That's when I was studying the lessons and shit. So I was on my guard by this shit. When that nigga said that shit, I was like, fish falling out the sky. I was like, he was like, yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, I was looking at that nigga crazy the most. That boy Austin, man. I just be reflecting on shit. But yeah, that nigga that was a motherfucker. You know, when that nigga said that shit, I was like, fish brain. And he said something, it was some more weird shit. But what he said, but fast forward to today, due to the shit I've been learning, in the what's the word I'm looking for? I was just, for lack of a better way of putting the expansion of my mind. See, now I be more prone to, I still got a problem with it. But the nigga said, did he say it? Or I think he said it. I'm trying to think, did he say it or did I come over to this through trying to rationalize this shit? But I think he said it though. I don't want to take his credit, you know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't conscious. He was just old school in there, man. Cool dude, man. You know, I guess he got to, I don't know what his business was, but I guess he got to some, you know, whatever. Then at the time, by the time I bumped into him while he was down there, cool cat, you know, we saw it. He was, you know, he was one of my people. He was short, so, you know, he was down with the kid, you know, he was 5 foot alumni, so, you know, but he so, you know, but he, you know, because in that that's one of the things, like with the youngsters, that's why I was telling you about my boy, Mr. Wilson, like, that's what we used to do. Like I said, man, that nigga had the same first name. That nigga there, you know, we be able to talk shit. Hold on, old school, maybe give your ass, man. You know what I mean? Have to wipe you up in here, man. You know what I'm saying? We be talking shit, playing though. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he was one of them type of niggas like, you know, he was the L, he was the OG that we liked. You know, he was cool. You know, he wasn't like, I'm an OG. He was I don't know what Mr. Austin did, but he, you know, he wasn't like on no gangster shit. He was just a cool old school cat. But nigga, you know, we be there. Yeah, that's how we be there. We talking shit. He'll get to talking shit back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, old school Austin, man. That boy, he was a cool cat. But yeah, so like with that shit, so it's like I'm looking side, but but back to what I was saying about the rationale, I was trying to see if it was me that I can't remember. I didn't learn so much shit since then. But and niggas, I think he said, or either I think it was him though. I lean more towards that way. I think he said some shit like the fish evaporate, like when water evaporate, like little small fish evaporate. But that shit makes sense though. But there has to be some small, like I ain't got all kind of shit in that ocean. You don't know what the fuck. They probably do got some small fish small enough to evaporate. So there might be some microscopic type of shit. So he couldn't explain it, but he was saying this shit, and I was like, nah, school, you wild. I'm like, fish falling from the sky. This nigga's wild. So, and then why? Cause today Friday, which is Freya, the day of, the fish, Venus. I'm your Venus. I'm your fire. The fire. Yeah, that's her. Venus. The fire. The love desire. You need to do with your boy, man. Man, hey, so yeah, I'm looking at school. I'm like, nah, man, ain't no fish falling from the sky, bro. Now I'm an open-minded nigga, man, but not, he fucked me up with that one. But then now, where I'm at now, I'm like, I don't know, man. I done learned some stranger things these days. So, shout out to Mr. Officer, man. But so many words. The point I was trying to make by saying all that was just being. See, you might think one thing. It's like I told you, this shit is about partying, right? You might not. See, you don't connect. So a lot of people, the average person won't connect one thing with another because everybody's in extremes. So it's like you say consciousness. The first thing you think is a bunch of niggas, and like most likely is a bunch of niggas who we just got our stones and and they think it's just about y'all koofies and shit, like. So you would think like that's some of the words is like they what's the word I'm looking for, man? You would think it's one thing. But see, if you was to see me in the club or see me out on a casual night and doing my thing, you probably wouldn't think I would call. You probably, he's just a old other nigga from the hood. But then you start having a conversation with him, I'm now, you go, oh, this nigga, like, yeah, I'm sitting there blowing, rap, hey, what I at? You just popping, whoop, you're like, yeah, but then you sit down and have a conversation, oh, yeah, I ain't gotta be all in the corner somewhere. And you do need to meditate. I ain't saying meditate and shit, baby. I'm just saying, it ain't that. Like my little cousin thought, I love her, she ain't saying no knock, but my little cousin, like, she told me, she like, what? Because some nigga had said some shit. We was I don't know the nigga, but we was out there and shit, something with my San Antonio and shit. And, niggas in there, some shit. He saying something that, my cup, she know I fuck with the knowledge and shit. So, but she had, so I'm saying, she had to, I give her as the perfect example. But, not on no knocking or nothing, you know what I'm saying? But just saying how the general outlook of things could be, or how people, how things become like, how you can compartmentalize something that don't really need to be compartmentalized, like consciousness. You can't compartmentalize that. Especially now, even with Father Law, when he, when his ways from the NOI, it was like, well, he was like, he couldn't come with the suits and shit. The new niggas that was coming with the suits. Yeah, we'll get into that. But he couldn't come like that. Like me, I don't even, I'm not knocking because, like I say, even Elijah Muhammad with a suit, all this shit come from us. But it's a thing with that suit shit. And even Bobby Mama said it, man. I think it was his mama. I pieced Miss Irene show. I don't know if it was Mama or Annie. But that nigga Bobby was like, one day, somebody was complaining about the youngster sagging or some old shit like that, right? And his mama older than Bobby, so she, his niggas, Bobby, the niggas is like in Bobby age group, a little older and shit. They like youngsters in pants and woo and all that old shit. So that's all. But she older than this nigga, showing you how the mind work. That's why I be trying to really points I be trying to prove with niggas. I think it was his mother. I'm not sure, but that nigga said, so you would think the old lady would probably be like, yeah, them damn yeah. She said, nah, well, at least the niggas ain't wearing them monkey suits. Say, man. Hold up, man. You gotta understand what I'm saying, bro. That's like okay, let's take it out of Bobby and just generalize it. That's like your grandma, right?
You not thinking, your grandma, she kind of probably up in age and shit, so she probably ain't into the hip hoppery or whatever. But one of your older cousins or some shit, he might be a Harvard square or some shit. Square suits. The Mac is cracking. Here, man. That square suit shit. But look, the nigga, so, he might be like, yeah, the rappers with their pants and their belts and no belts or whatever. And that shit do be kind of, y'all niggas all taking it too far though. Now that ad, like, even when we used to see, I think the niggas getting confused with us. I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit which y'all probably don't know. We was like you call us like when we was growing up with the sagging movement and shit. If you see a nigga draws and shit, he wasn't trying to. That wasn't the aim. Like, we sag, but a nigga wasn't necessarily trying to show you draw. But it's like in the commission of sagging, you doing certain shit, so you shit right. But we wasn't doing that on purpose. These niggas be doing that shit on purpose. They wear their pants with the belt right up. It's like, pause. No sirree, Scar. No, what are y'all doing? These boys is wilding. But that's y'all thing though. If y'all whatever. But cause even I come from a era of sag. But I'm like, hold up. But these niggas, I'm like, hold on, bro. You boys are cheeks out, but not cheeked out. But come on, man, we gotta do better than that. I ain't saying you can't sag. I'm not wearing my shit up in shit. But yeah, man. Yeah, she said, yeah, at least they ain't wearing a monkey suit. And that's because we have come to identify the suit shit with that, with the system, the oppressive authority. So, the only, with me, like, outside of that, the Nation of Islam is like the only group outside of that, when you get down to, because them niggas make, even when they do it, like I say, with them, you see, with them, with NOI, that shit ain't, even though we kind of like grew up, came into the hip hop or whatever, but even with the bow tie and all that shit, even that shit looked fly, it kind of fly. I don't even fuck with suits. I'm more so of a, I'll be a white long sleeve. If I had to dress up, I'd rather be like on some, white long sleeves and black slack, some, Gales or some old shit, maybe in a bow tie. I don't do that one. I do the bow tie. I don't do the, I don't do the chain whipper. I'm not that. I wear a chain, but I don't do that, boy. So, but to each his own. Yeah, man. But see, and like I said, it ain't nothing. If that's your bag, cool. I ain't knocking, but I'm just trying to show you, prove a point, illustrate a point to you. Just showing you how fluid the shit is sometimes. Like, everything ain't always with the fixated way you think it's supposed to be. You would think she like, well, at least they ain't wearing that shit, because why her mind identify that shit with the system, whatever you want to call it, government, whatever. But now we're gonna get into that though, because I've been saying this shit already. Matter of fact, I'm getting to the story. Let me go get to the story. Okay. So I was sitting here, pondering on how motherfuckers be rigid in their thinking. And I'm not saying you're supposed to just go with anything or everything or be just fluid to the point where you just, I'm with anything. Then you just be fake as fuck. No, I ain't saying you're supposed to have a core or center. But sometimes what you think, like I said, with all this shit, I'm sitting to tell you I'm Christ and give you all this knowledge. But even when a nigga first told me this, you God, I'm like, we God, I'm like, well, how is that? I couldn't deal with that. I ain't gonna say I dealt with it, but I ain't say I couldn't deal with it. I'm saying, at first, it wasn't like I just, I feel black, the black man. Nah, I was like, which is good. You see, because there's a lot of niggas that be, hell yeah, that's just because of the sensationalism shit. And it sounds good. but they don't. Them be the niggas that get into shit and don't put forth the real work and just be on the hype. Yeah, nigga, the guards. Be limited to the motherfucker. I ain't talking about the nation of guards. I'm just saying, nigga. I'm giving you giving you an example of a nigga who, or niggas who, the difference in so many words. So with me, I was like, see, instead of being just intrigued by it and which makes me more prone to agree with it just based off of being intrigued by it so much. My mind was like, well, I'm an inquisitive and now you gotta show me that. Or he like, and he said the realest shit ever. You, my nigga, Magnificent. He was like, you gotta figure that out. I was like, yeah, that's real business. I did much work. I thought, okay, that shit is real. So, but if I wouldn't fluke it in my mind, I had already broke the Christianity spell. The court trial did that shit. I'm like, nigga, what type of God is this? Boy, hell, wow. There's gotta be some other shit, but this, at least on a subconscious level, I was just saying that. But yeah. So yeah. So the path made more sense than some. Anyway, but yeah, man. So now you be like, what the fuck this got to do with partying? Well, partying. See, what you got to understand about society today in America is we so hell bent on. Hold on, let me get my boy. Hold up. Nasty dog. These boys here wild. Hey, it's popping. Hold up. Yeah, we got some disco popping. We got some nasty dog. That boy. Hold up, man. Let me get that boy face on there. Where he at? There we go. My boy fucked up. There you go. Whoop. Nasty dog. Time. Hey, look, man. These boys. Y'all, it's finna get that big on them boy. Whoop. Boop. Popping. But yeah. Time. Dog. That damn dog. Hey. This shit fire. Why? I'm just showing you the minute because this shit is confirmed every day. I'm telling you niggas about this uptight shit you niggas be on. I don't smoke for mirror. I don't indulge in the herbal essence and sip that dirty wine they be drinking. I'm a tea eating nigga. Whatever the fuck them niggas. These niggas wild. There ain't nothing wrong with GT or whatever that shit is if you with all that. It's cool. I don't knock niggas over here because bro, you niggas is weirdos, man. Some of you niggas, I ain't gonna lie. But nigga, I understand you don't indulge or do whatever you do. Like, I'm on the lookout right now. I'll tell you that. I'm in party mode. So, but, you know, niggas be on, I can't listen to a nigga talking talking about he nodded, he drunk. Nigga, the guards just sipping. Man, you start learning about these different deities and shit. Nigga, them niggas was doing it. Not, see, I want, you know, like, not, I can see the not only was the ancestors that when you speak on, like, people who was on Earth, like, well it's all the same shit, but just speaking within the terms of the historical aspect of the past, what they was doing to Kemet before the American shit came along or whatever. Oh, we got all this shit, whatever you want to call it. I don't have the time. It's too. I got to get to that. I'm trying to get this out, but this is just the introduction. I can tell by the way I'm talking. So this ain't gonna be no. This is gonna, you know, we gonna call this the winding down of the summer bash, winding down the summer 25 bash. Put it like that. I don't want niggas get the wrong, get misconstrued and shit. But get happy. Oh, you leave? Oh no. I got some shit coming down the pipe on you, boy. You gonna sit there and watch. But yeah, yeah, we gonna get to it. So yeah, and first and foremost, let me start off with this one right here, man. Like I say, Donna Summer in the building. I want to dedicate this to her. You know, my last joint was dedicated to her. I still got something else. I got, you know me. But that's, you know, that's the finale. That was the finale. But I'm gonna do a little overview because you know what I'm saying. But I just out of time. But we gonna, you know what I'm saying. I don't want to jumble the queens up, but we gonna, you know what I'm saying. We gonna get it popping. So but they all in the building. Don't get me wrong. This the party, so it ain't. Listen to what I'm telling you. So I remember the nigga Bobby saying, so this is the shit I be telling you. I'm gonna give you a story, an example based off some shit I said in the last video. I remember nigga Bobby was saying like they used to try to shut down, or that's why, and even to this day, like New York, I can't remember where I heard the shit, but they was saying how it ain't like all they got a strip club other than that, it ain't no nightlife. See, that shit is about design, cause they know when you party, you amp that. They know you turn it, that's when you activate your melanin and shit, bro. Like even us be tripping like that. Gangsters don't dance and doing like I'm that nigga too to a certain degree, but you know, if a chick, I'm the type of nigga, I'll be in the club, I'm trying to pull something. I ain't necessarily no dance and shit, but if a chick, you know, I might be in her drunk. Like, it been nice, I'd have been in there like, so I was saying, nigga get drunk and I done been in her drunk to the point, I mean, I fucked up like that, but nigga, I was drunk in a bit because my nigga was like, nigga, I know you was drunk, you don't know dance, nigga, you got to dance with it, bitch. I'm like, hold on, dancing, drunk, I couldn't remember. So first thing I'm like, hold on, what I was doing, because I know I ain't doing no fruit boot shit, but I'm like dancing, because I'd be in the club, usually woo woo. You like, nah, nigga, you doing it, man, you like, yeah, I ain't the humping you. That's another thing. But that's my shit though. We gonna get into that. We gonna get into that, man. Shout out to NO, man. That bounce, man. Them boy got that bounce fucked up. That shit, that's the shit. Boy, don't you do that? Yeah. I ain't drunk either. I know y'all probably that nigga drunk. Now I'm just took a few sips, but I'm more excited about this shit. This shit is the bomb giggly, man. It's popping. But then, Hold up. Bam. All right, there we go. Turn around sometime. But yeah. So, yeah. Then I remember nigga Bobby saying, he was talking about that, but then he was like, dancing take you to dream time. Now to the average person, they'd be like, well, what the fuck does that mean? I'll just be dancing and dancing. But it is some people that probably know. It might not happen how it happened to me, but I know it's some motherfuckers that they probably ain't never told nobody, but they probably didn't be on that dance floor and was having so much of a good time, and it might be some, you know, in their mind, something, a breakthrough, whether they noticed what it was or not, or something was happening while they was partying and having that much fun and shit. It may not be to the extent of what happened to me, but let me show you what happened to me though. So, now, I come up with around, when Hammer started popping around when I was like 7 or something like that, right? So, that was the man. You know, he was a poet. He was the man. We fucked up. I ain't gonna fuck niggas talking about that nigga forced industrial wise and all that shit. You know, yeah, he said that nigga was no joke. So, you know, and he helped a lot of niggas. So, shout out to him, boy. That nigga, I ain't gonna say it, but he did some wild shit too one time. It was like, nothing that I'd be like, y'all, oh, fuck that, boy. It was some, like, damn, well, it was some weird shit, man. But maybe that's where his heart was at. So I fuck with him, but I'm just what I'm saying. So when I don't know him, we don't want to get that twist like that. I don't want to do it like that. But, and I'm gonna show you why, because the nigga grew up. That was nigga was the, so like if you going like when I started rapping, by the time I'm 12 and 13, all that shit, the MC state of mind I was in, that ilk was more so on, but that ilk existed before me, but that type of hip hop, what I rooted in, that type of hip hop kind of had type of, niggas from that ilk or whatever, just to put it in a nutshell. This time, boy, he had beef with Run and them shit or something because he stepped on the glasses and all that shit or whatever. So, the ilk I'm more so when it comes to rapping and shit, that I would just say the general consensus within that looked at him as a sellout and all this other shit. Now, I grew into that, but before I grew into that, when I was just a little nigga running around this bitch, Hammer, I am. They put me in the middle. I'm on that. Paul, we on that. So I couldn't grow up and then start rapping like this. And Hammer was a sellout and fuck him. Because shit, before I even got into all that type of thought pattern and shit, that nigga had a Hammer, him, Kid and Plow, that. See, when that got shut down, and it really didn't get shut down, it kind of got compartmentalized, like as far as on the mainstream. So it's like, and niggas gonna always dance. You'll never stop. It's like, the niggas don't dance no more. Period. But it was a decree. Cause like I said, even when you look at New York, well, the mecca of this shit, when them niggas was dancing and shit, then you had eventually a whole nother group of niggas later on down the line came and was like, well, them niggas is suckers. Look at this nigga, he's doing the jelly bean with Heavy D on stage. So, they like, oh, them niggas lame. Well, it was like almost like some old, how niggas is, always some old easy picking stuff. Well, and sometimes you get it fucked up because you think nigga dancing, he a hoe, and next thing you know, the bottle starts flying to VIP, and you can fuck this nigga, but you just never know. But we'll just say, generally speaking, niggas look at like all them dancing niggas is suckers or whatever. I don't judge niggas too like bullshit, but cause you see niggas out there they dance. Ain't nobody when a nigga really dancing and doing his thing, they ain't worried about no beef and hurt. Them niggas whoop doing their thing as they should. So, but niggas who ain't on that time, they looking at them niggas like something wrong with them. Well, I ain't gonna say something wrong, but they looking like them niggas sucker like they vulnerable, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? But see, we lost that dance, so it's like, see, that's a dangerous nigga. See, that's why I see them little niggas out there with that drill shit. Not the drill, that shit kind of crazy. I mean, I ain't mean to say drill, I meant to say, with the, cause that shit, them niggas is like telling on each other, or telling and shit. I don't be indulging all that shit, but, so I don't know. And cause I'm also, I don't fuck with the youth bitches, that's how my life been going. I be wishing I knew more about the youth shit that was going on, but I got so much shit going on. So I'm reevaluating even listening to music as like I used to. So whatever. But let me not get into all that. But no, I'm talking about not the drill. The what's that shit called? What them little niggas be doing? That's that what they call that shit? Getting sturdy. Yeah, that's sturdy. That shit there. Them little niggas, hey. That's the shit right there. See, you ain't like, them little niggas crazy or no. Them little niggas is, I don't know what the fuck they doing. It might be attached to some shit that's shooting shit up. But the move, and them niggas, this nigga grabbed the nigga by his neck and he grabbed him by his collar. This nigga, I'm looking at these little niggas, like, hey, go. I love that shit. I ain't gonna lie. That shit, it's cool and that's good because New York, even though that was like the mecca and dancing, you got everything there. It got to the point where niggas got kind of too hard, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like niggas got too stiff. While we was down here, man, I see, man, cause I already know I'm gonna talk about that later, so I don't get into it right now, but we'll get into that later. Anyway, let me get to this shit here. Oh, excuse me, this I don't want to say it like that, but let me get to. Anyway, so we on the Hammer shit.
when I'm coming up.
So one day I was staying in Wyoming, Texas. But I ain't in there for a second. My people that was going through something. Oh man, and shit or whatever. So I had to go out there for a couple months or whatnot. Which leads back to my whole story. I'm a whole that one. But yeah, man. We was in the, cause that, it was the country time. So we be like, and I'm about this one. I was like about first grade. Yeah, I was in the first grade. So I'm in the first grade and shit. So we was in a pool house. That was like the thing. They had like they had the cafes and shit. With the whole juke joints and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a jukebox hero. Man, you boy, say man, that's another thing. You just gotta step outside the box and not just to try to. Well, let me try to go back into the old school or sample a hit. I hear that's what they doing these days. Now go back and listen to that. I'm talking about shit like her, Lashish, Chitty Burks, which is relevant to this shit. That boy say, look, one day I was forming, cause this shit I don't just get in front of y'all. I can kind of, but I be formulating shit while I'm throughout, my life or whatever. So when I'm trying to sit down, so it'd be certain times I'll be thinking about, how I'm put this shit together. So I was having one of them moments in regards to what I'm doing now. And I went and listened to Kenny Burks, that keep rising to the top. And now I've heard the song before, but I forgot it's about this part right here. But I'm coming off of, I'm not going and listening to the song based off of what I was thinking about before, prior to going to listen to it. But some told me to go listen to it later on. When I went and listen to it, that boy said you gotta wake up your body and shake up. What do you say? Wake up your body and shake up your body and move it all around. No, you hear that shit, but oh yeah, it's just some doop, and that shit is the greatest shit ever. Man, you gotta wake up your keep rising to the top. That shit is some of the greatest shit ever, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That boy got a bad motherfucker. He still here. I don't know if you know me or hear me this shit, but that shit there is some of the greatest shit ever. Hey, cause that's the deal. Like, keep rising. That boy, so you gotta wake up your body. But anyway, we're gonna get into that. Hold that thought. Remember I said that. But I'm up in that juke joint with my homegirl and shit. It was like me, I think it was like me and some girl. Yeah, it was some chicks. I can't remember who it was, but we was, maybe around my age shit, but we was up in there. They're like, you can't dance, Sam. I was like, yeah, I can. Woo, woo. I was like, probably about I think I was in first grade, so I probably like 6. About 6 or some shit, 7 or whatever. I can't remember. And fired up from that Hammer era, man, I got them going off on them boys. On them, that's how we talk down here. Just we be like them boys. But I got the going off on them boys, baby. Whoop, 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 whoop. Next thing you know, I was waking up and I would get up off the floor. I bullshit you not. I got so much in the zone, bro. I had passed out. Like, I woke up and I was on the floor. They were like, man, and everybody was like, man, that be nasty. That we woo. I was, yeah. So when I heard the nigga Bobby say that shit years later, I said, that nigga ain't bullshit, because that shit happened to me before. I said, yeah, man. So, that's one element of it. The other one is that raises the vibration up. When you that's why that boy that boy Cuban got that know that Fred. Alright, that's some ways my body don't move though. I ain't gonna lie, but I ain't putting a hump in my back and lifting my wrong. That's for the girls. I seen dudes do that, and not necessarily saying that makes them die. Cause I done seen it don't make niggas gay, but I wouldn't do that. It ain't no reason for me to be throwing my butt that way. you know, the Ford march, y'all. These boys. But yeah, that's just me though. Uh, you know, but I do, but I'm saying that's why I'm saying they don't necessarily mean that. I ain't trying to just put it in that context because that ain't necessarily the case. The women have a certain type of influence on that goddamn dance floor. So I wouldn't, it ain't strong enough to have. I'm not, you know, I love women, but not enough to necessarily act like one. But, you know, I understand the feminine, national side, but I'm not. But, what I'm saying is, I'm gonna give you an example. They have a song called The Bunny Hop, right? The Bunny Hop. Now, I was stupid, first of all, because, you know, and it kicks in, that's why I say I was balanced, but it kicks in sometimes that old, I'm the hardest MC ever type shit, or this old bullshit, and, you know, it kicked in, it was out before I got locked up. But the Bunny Hop came out, you know, we like, man, it's some bullshit, you know, so, and really, we saying it's bullshit, but we call it bullshit by our standards. We come from, these dudes wouldn't even try, when you go listen to the song, this is how I look at it when I reflect. And we knew that at the time, we knew it wasn't necessarily a rap song, but we just was like, this is some bullshit. But I think what it was, we was, for some reason, and like I said, this was some rare shit, because I'm usually, but for some reason, we were looking at this song like, what the fuck is this shit? Man, look. We went to the club one night. Ashley came on, them girls got the nah. They started doing them little dances and shit. Look, the Bunny Hop ain't that bad. I said, women, you gotta give it up for them. Man, hold on, man, this Bunny. When y'all see how the girls react to this shit, hold on. Bunny Hop, I think I kind of like Bunny Hop. They ain't rapping anyway, so this don't matter. But no, I'm just trying to show y'all how you can get rigid and sort of shit. Cause it's like, what that boy said, that nigga said something, I can't remember. That was a bad one for that Bunny Hop. That goddamn Bunny Hop, man. But I think we was judging it from for whatever reason, cause it ain't like we some well-rounded niggas. Me, you know, I did my partner at the time, but you know, man, nigga, went to that club and seen them girls. It changed my perspective on it. They got to get into that line and shit. Help them. This motherfuckers ain't bullshit. This shit ain't bad. But yeah, man. I love the party vibe, and I ain't having any money. When it's just straight up part, when you can go somewhere and it ain't on the bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Even if I ain't, I love to see everybody out there just like, nigga. I was in the club one day, I'm on a little tier, a little higher, looking at everybody because they got like a little elevated part. I'm in that bitch and I'm just looking at everybody. That boy, man, I'm like, man, it's fired up in this hole. And I started doing my shit and I looked up, it was a bitch looking at me like, man, boy, that throw, look at this. She was telling her, man, that boy, he fired. I'm like, yeah, I'm in this bitch, yeah. Yeah, man, that party, a beast. And you know, if we could do it, you know, when you can do it without niggas getting their tops took off and shit, you know, but, yeah, man, but, see, but you would think partying and conscious and that shit don't go hand in hand, but it's like, no. That, I'm going to show you, this movie itself, but now, mind you me, this is the first, this was what a nigga, before I saw the movie, I was already on this. You will see that when I start to the story. But anyway, I got another bad motherfucker story about her coming through. But anyway, so, basically, just like the thing with Kenny Burks, but he's still alive, so they like, I don't think that was like, he's chilling, no, Kenny Burks still alive. I'm just saying how it should be working. But with her, it was the same thing. It was one of them times where I was, you know, working on what I was going to say about this lecture right here. But it wasn't attached to the TGIF thing. It was just, because that's what this is about, the movie, Thank God It's Friday. Yeah. Bang, up there, here, boy. Hot in that hoe. But yeah, one day I was building on this topic in order in commission to put this video together and shit. And you know, it was like a little 2-day span or something like that. But within the midst of all that, hold up, I got the girl in here too. They peoples. Yeah, do the washing machine. You know what I'm saying? That's one of her favorite artists. So shout out to my brown pride sister. Really, they all listen to this nigga shit. You know, with this, whoever, you know what I mean. But the brown pride side of it. But just so happened to bump into TGIF, the movie, while I was within that period of me thinking of trying to break this, what I'm breaking down to y'all down. So boom, so you know me down the summer, that's my family, so I go look at it and shit. I think I seen it, not seen it, I think I probably heard of it, because the only thing I remember about, TGIF for me, it was Fridays in the 90s, you know, Family Matters, Step by Step. They had different eras, so different shows. Like it was Family Matters, Step by Step. What else? I think Boy Meets World, if I'm not mistaken. Or Step by Step. It was a show like, the Family Matters was like the top shot on that shit or whatever. But I wasn't necessarily aware of it was a movie. I probably saw it as a youngster in passing or some shit like that. But that's just a bad motherfucker. I'm gonna show you this boy ain't bullshit with this shit. Hey, so I gonna watch. So I'm building the shit, and then I see this movie within that period. The whole while with this is her. I'm gonna show you her. This her guy, that nigga, to this shit. So I go watch the movie, and that's what this whole movie is about. Is people coming serendipitously. And let me. Oh, I hope I ain't. Yeah, I thought the computer was sitting on the dictionary. Let me get that thing out. I ain't saying these type of things. I'm gonna make sure niggas walk away knowing what the fuck I'm saying. They gonna get Webster. Even though Webster failed us with the when it came to the pineal gland. As he did indeed, whoever he is, but that's all good. That's why niggas like me are here. I want to read this out to y'all. Read it on time. I want to have a little piece of this out tonight at least. Just to introduce this shit on a Friday. So, okay. All right, let me find this thing. We're gonna get to the crux of it. Let me get out the skeleton of it, and then I'll come back and then slowly put the layers on this shit. Via commentary. And let's see, serendipitously. I want you to know. I know what it means. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page, y'all. Yeah. Sumac. I just ran into that. Sumac. That says there. What is it? Sumac. Let's see what a sumac. Any of various shrubs or small trees of the genus. Have compound leaves and clusters of small greenish flowers, followed by usually red, hairy fruits. Some spices cause an acute itching or rash contact. Y'all beware of those types. The itchy rashes. You know what the itchy rashes? Yeah. But yeah. I was doing some bullshit. Let me find this shit. Not this one though. Yeah, this is the real dealer. Then we eat your ashes over here. Oh yeah. You can get to the shit. You think they got me talking? Oh, him in this jargon. No, nigga. Let me show you some shit. You think a nigga just be bumping his knowledge droppers. No. Yeah, I'll show you. You double hand the nigga upside down with this shit, boy. You gonna feel the wrath. Ain't even a wrath, but for them niggas who be talking it. Yeah, man. The core, we gonna go to the core of this shit, boy. These niggas wanna talk that shit. That shit, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Walk with your nigga. I know it's taking him a minute, but just walk with your nigga. And we'll shout out to X. Where we at? Serendipity. I like that word. We almost there. Here we go. Uh-oh. Here we go. Serendipity. The faculty of making fortunate and unexpected discoveries by accident. And you'll get it when we get to the thick of it. Oh, buddy. But it's, well, yeah. So now, all these, what this movie basically is about is everybody leaving from what they is. You have a husband and wife, which is Dave and Suzanne. You have Carl and I can't remember that nigga partner name. I think I got it wrote down. It's Carl and his partner and his tools, everything in the tools. Carl and his partner. I remember Carl from his player shit. Carl had the playing figured out. Fuck with Carl. You see this here? Carl with that boy, man. He knew he was on. Carl, shout out to Carl. Where that boy at? Carl was on it. The Carl. And then you had solo. Well, you had a solo player with Jackie. And Jackie, Jackie with that man. Jackie was what it was all about, at least in this movie. And I'm gonna show you why I'm talking that shit. They got that Jackie boy. He be life. That motherfucker, that boy. This shit, I'm like, see, you probably like, what's wrong with this nigga? It's like, nah, this shit. So you gotta see this shit from outside when I'm looking at. We gonna get to it, but you will see once I show you this shit. That you gotta understand what I'm telling you. This wasn't planned. I was already on this, and then she came through and took me through this chamber of here. So this is what I'm saying. So Jackie, we're gonna keep that up. Like Jackie's a key player here. But anyway, you got Jackie and you got Maddie and I think her name was Jessica. I did get it. I got a credit roll. Hold up. I got the names written down. But oh yeah. Yeah, we gonna rock them. Like boy say, I seen a million faces and I rock them all. We gonna rock them. We are in the party. With your host with the most cinematic summer. We're having a little fun. We're gonna wine on some of that with some real live. Let me see though. What is going on? We finna get into this shit. Just talking that shit, boy. Talking that shit. So I'm gonna show you what. Yeah, it was Jennifer. So it was, okay. So it was them two, and you had your boy Marv, the leather man. Marv. That boy that had something going on for himself. That Marv. He was that goddamn Mexican Marv, man. We got Marv. You got your boy Tony DeMarco. He owned the club and shit. Jeff Goldblum or whatever. Let me see. Tony got him. Who else? Oh yeah, you had Gus and Shirley. Gus was the fucking bully, insecure bully, because they was all opposites. And Gus was the insecure bully, and he was on a blind date. He was Gus the garbage man. Hold up, man. Hey, this nigga name was Gus McCooler. Hey, this boy name was Gus McCooler. Gus McAss. Asshole, I guess it was. Because when you go into Mexican, it's in Spanish, McCooler, if I'm not mistaken, don't let me asshole or something. Ass. Gus McCooler. Gus McCooler, he was the insecure bully, and he was on a blind date with a older woman. Still look nice though, but you know, Gus McCool. Because you know the way this shit happened, it come out slow. So the first day you just know it was Gus, and then later on that line she called it Gus McCool. I said, hold up, Gus McCool. That sound like Best McCooler. That mean kiss my ass. But yeah. But so I was like, okay, I see what this is. And he was an asshole, a bully, insecure bully asshole. And Shirley was a nice chick, you know. Like I said, a little up in age, or older than him. Wham. And then we can't forget about the DJ, Bobby Speed, Demon. Yeah, you know, he was the man of the 1 and 2. Well, not the 1 and 2. He was just, you know, orchestrating the music. You know what I'm saying? But I got my 1s and 2s right here. Boop back. You know me, I'm screwed up. We gonna take them now. Yeah. So but yeah, Bobby Speed, and of course, hold on, you got the Commodores. You know, they was in, you don't see them to the end though, because they was supposed to come and perform or whatever. So we got the boys there, the band, the boys, and you know, with a little help from the boys in the band, we gonna mix it up in here, man. So yeah, and last but not least, make sure I ain't forget nobody. More. Just make sure we got everybody up. So, last but not least, who this nigga is a firewater. Man, go watch this movie, bro. And you ever see the angel walking before you, man? Say, I wouldn't watch this shit, and I was like, what kind of lighting is this? This motherfucker, it's like say, man. That girl, you talking about some top-notch beauty, boy. This nigga's a monster. Donald the Fox. Oh my God. But yeah, you know, she pop up. And her whole thing, let me get into everybody's thing. So, since we're here with her, we'll go and then we'll rewind it. But her thing was she was trying to get in the club and get heard. You know what I'm saying? Get on the mic, wop, do a thing, right? That was her get down. Now, let's hop back to the beginning. You got Dave and Shirley. Now Dave and Suzanne. They got Dave and Suzanne, right? Dave and Suzanne, Dave is uptight. He's an accountant. Suit, tie, get away from me, man. That's what he's on. He's lying. And the name of the club is the Zoo. So pay attention. Because he says that in the movie too. Not like that. I'm paraphrasing, but I'm just giving you a quick synopsis of the nigga sites or whatever. So he's, you know, uptight, tie, suit and tie. I want to go home. Took bitch, you want to nigga we kick out the come and take this whole ass nigga home. Man. This nigga tripping, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that boy out. But his wife was the opposite. She was an extreme opposite. Now this bitch was this subtle sluttery she was on. It would have been a wrap that night. But anyway, we'll get to that. But that nigga but anyway, so you got them two right. So let me get to the notes. Yeah, man. But while I'm looking for these notes, let me bring this up too. We don't want to be all over the place, but we got to take it back to George Clinton. Now that shit the niggas were talking, all that mothership and Funk Dog and all that shit is real shit. That nigga think the boy just, you think the nigga was just talking that shit? Oh, this nigga's on stage with a diaper and we smoking weed. Nah, them niggas was on some shit. That's why I'm laughing, because I was waiting this shit coming together. Them boys there, man. Hey, man. That's when he died, Sweet Cherry, yeah, all that shit, yeah. But I bring George Clinton and the P-Funk All-Stars up on the strength of what I'm telling you. Now, I told y'all this before, and then in the Sword the Shield, when I was in the Michael Jackson joint, about letting the food loose in your soul and all that shit. So we just reinforcing that with this one. Hold on real quick. Let me take a break real quick. All right. Queen now. Whoa, now. So, well, all right. So he's uptight. He's an uptight guy or whatever. And she's more so like, well, we need to go out and experience and try new things, which is that is a lane. Don't get me wrong. She's right about that. There's nothing wrong. It is good to, in some form of fashion, whatever you feel is tolerable or up to your standards or whatever, it is good to do that. Like, it is good to do things to get out of the routine, normal routine and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's like me right now. I'm trying to get my goddamn Hot Wheels together so I can switch my goddamn scenery up sometime. But because it's good to do that, if possible. But take Sunday rides and shit if you got a car or whatever, or everywhere is not just conducive to driving like it is down here in the South and shit. Not saying you can't cruise to the places, but like New York, that is like somewhere where you have your whip and shit, but it's like down here is more of a rider culture. Like, we got more land and shit, so it's like it's more, you know what I'm saying. But I ain't saying you can't take no Sunday drive up there. Like I said, I ain't never been up there and shit, but it looks constricted though. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it don't look like, see, I hear a nigga be riding, you be like seeing, it be like, you ain't just seeing two buildings. You out here riding and you seeing shit. Like, you like on the freeway, nigga, you seeing the other side of town and shit. Just you way on the, just being on the freeway and shit, riding. That type of shit is like, has an effect. You know what I'm saying? But it's good to do that type of shit. So, but she's right though. So let me see. All right, so he's they uptight, antisocial. They let me see. So he was like, they going to the club and shit. He on some like, look at those animals over there. I'm paraphrasing too, I didn't write it down word for word. He's like, look at those animals over there just jamming music, sitting there. Like, his whole vibe was like, he didn't want to be there. She trying to get him to get out and loosen up, and whatever. And he like uptight and shit. But she's too extreme with the shit though. Like, this bitch like, I'm gonna show you what I mean when we get to this shit. So anyway, she says you need to be open to new things, social, exploring, yeah, whatever. That's me. Yeah, I'm saying she was trying to get him to be more social explorer or whatever. So, he like, I want to go home. Why whine like the fucking wino. Wine don't mind us the spirits. It was tripping. But, so, they get up in the joint. Now I'm going to show you where this bitch was wilding at. Now they married. So, peep this shit. They go up in the joint. All right. Now, Tony DeMarco, he the one that owned the club and shit. So all the girls in there, you know what I'm saying, whoop-de-whoop. So he see the Suzanne, he maybe not, because the shit he was saying, you could look at it and be like, it just sound like game. But then again, the shit he's saying is some real shit though, because it can happen like that. The way he was trying to shoot at old girl and shit, the shit he was saying towards the end, when he was trying to really like seal a deal. On a scumbag level though, cause like I say, man, I'm a real player, man. I ain't gonna come step to a chick with a nigga right there. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't no player shit. That's a shootout waiting to happen where I'm from. That's some shit, but you know what I'm saying? So I'm a player type nigga. I wouldn't. To me, that's a scumbag move. I ain't gonna disrespect the nigga gang like that. I said go to gamble little man. That's like which is another. That's why I said this movie throw. Cause they give you the game in the movie. Look, cause this is how I am in the club before I even seen this movie. Like, nigga, called his partner. They about they in the game room or some shit. And he see one car. I think Carl see a fly little chick by the bar, and she's like, man, I sure like to jump her balls. So he's looking at her. They looking at her from afar. And they say, a nigga step over there and then look at the nigga like whatever. So but the car wear glasses. He had his glasses on. So his partner was like, shit, it's if I ain't mistaken, I think I had to see. I think he had his glasses on. He was like, shit, it's a dude over there. Like he wanted, dude just like he wanted to jump on your balls or some shit, pause or some old shit like that. But that nigga he put his glasses on when he see the nigga down at me and but that's game though, cause that's how it is in the club. Like I'm in the club, like you walking through. I just see you with a pack of your homegirl, y'all just come through. I might grab your hand, woo, on some shit like that. But like I'm from afar, I see you at the bar, I see you chilling. I'm gonna see what your vibe on first before I just step to you, cause you might be in there with a nigga. So I'm gonna see, I ain't gonna just walk, she bad, yeah. I'm gonna peep the vibe. Okay, I don't see no hard legs swarming around. Let me go on, wham, and whoop out. You know what I'm saying? Put my beard down. Or whatever. So that's game though. That's why I say this movie here player got some wild shit too. But I'm trying to think about it even, but you'll see it once you go watch the movie. But but yeah. Yeah. So she on this old socially free type shit. So the Tony DeMarco nigga was like, oh, can I buy you a drink? I take it a damn whoop, like, sure. Right? No, but before all that, this would have been really out of line though. She said, took a button, loose unbuttoned her shirt and started showing her like cleavage and shit. And it's the 70s. I know now that's just normal business. Damn now. Not my, see me, that's why I say I understand the new wave and shit. But it's levels to this shit. Like, I understand she don't wear tight shit and all that. That's, that's just part of the game thing. And, but if you with me, a nigga like me, or you with me, I ain't saying you can dress how you want, but you can't be too crazy though, cause that shit got a shootout waiting to happen. Your nipples and shit out. This nigga can't tell you. These niggas is wild over. We walking through the mall, your nipples and shit hanging out. This nigga here is, He might, then, you know, especially me, because I'm a little nigga. So I really had to stand up and a nigga test on some other shit, just on some nigga try me. Oh, yeah, he smiled, fuck him, yeah. Now I had to. But anyway, here's another thing. That's another story. Anyway, man, yeah, so you can't. That be the thing. Now you with your homegirl, y'all going out, hot girl clubbing, and whatever the fuck y'all doing. Whatever, man. But when you with me, you walking with me. I ain't, like I said, he ain't say you gotta be like a nun, but yeah, I'm just using nipple as an example. You know, in a sheer shirt with me, we walking through the mall and shit. Nah, not cause I'm insecure. No, bitch, I don't, that shit, niggas, I know niggas. That shit cause trouble. You know, I don't like going to the club with my gal and shit. It had to be some, if I go like, if I had a gal and I go to the club, I'm not, well, cause and like I said, it ain't just me talking. I got receipts of this shit. Like when I first came home, when I first started going back out and shit, got off my leg mine and shit. I went out with my nigga, his gal and one of her homegirls, and it happened. As soon as we got in there, it happened. Same shit I do, except for this nigga ain't like me. He not peeping, whoever the nigga was. But and it was kind of not. I can't even blame the nigga because my partner was like in the front. No, was he? No, I think my partner Gallon was in the front. And it was my partner, and I was behind him, so we walking, and the nigga reached and grabbed the nigga and got hand, and she like pulled away, and my partner like, nah, bro, that's me. And they go, oh, my bad, bro, woo. But see, that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? So you imagine a motherfucker coming through with some more wild shit. I ain't, you know, some shit, man, this just got the short shorts and all that old, tight jeans. But, you know, so I can't tell another man how to run his shit. If a nigga want to walk out with his gal, nigga, you know, with a toilet paper on her needles and shit. Oh no, we ain't gonna let her fall. All right, some shit like that. She laughing. That ain't my problem, but nigga, that's him. You know, that's how he comfortable with that. That's like the bust nigga his ass moments because niggas be tripping. So yeah, yeah, man. But now, I said that to say this, okay, all right. Now, and women, y'all, you'll see, I'm gonna just explain it. Say, the nigga say, hey, man, she know she unbuttoned her shit. The nigga say, hey, man, and he said like that, he was like, what you doing? She like, oh, it's some old shit. I don't know what the bitch said. It was this whole shit was disrespectful to me. Hold up. First, okay, we break it down. I'm missing points. Okay, so they get in the club, they walk to the table, right? So they get to the table. The way they trying to sit at, it's a nigga sitting down, and it's like an open seat next to him, and it's a seat on the other side of him. So Dave wife and shit, she sit down right here next to the nigga. So the nigga right here, she right here. Dave still standing there like, hey bro, can I you mind if I sit right there? And they were like, no. But the nigga was sitting there first. So I, you know, whatever I guess, but still, that nigga, that's what I'm saying, shit like that, bro. I could deal with it, bro. So, but he was tripping anyway, like I was like, nah, you need to pick better seating or some shit. You can sit here. They don't sit there. You gonna sit here. This nigga sit. It was just weird anyway. But anyway, so nigga, she said, all right. He was, so Dave had to come over here. And he sat around, and then she was like right there, but she was next to the nigga when she opened up her titties and shit. I was like, man. So he wild out. He wild out. He like, hey, shit, oh, whoop, whoop. I can't remember the. Let me see if I wrote that shit down. It was some disrespectful shit though. I'm telling you a lot. And I say that. I'm gonna show you why I say that right here. So, the nigga state is great, you know. He put his what we just say? He put his I-60 in. He put his grievance in. You know what I'm saying? And the bitch say, "Oh no, these are my tits." I say, "Oh, look, hold on, Dave." He said, "These are my tits." He was like, I don't want everybody seeing your tits. He was like, "Oh, these are my tits." I said, "Whoa." Dave. Dave, that boy didn't come. But he got his. We're gonna get to it anyway. So I say, whoa. So I could be Dave partner. I wouldn't, I ain't gonna get into a man fast right there and there. But see, I don't get my niggas fast with their women. But if I was standing right there with my partner and that shit happened, I'd be like, when she stepped off, I'd be like, hey, bro. Yeah, you might. It could be me, bro. I'm tight. Cause you might go, you going too extreme, you gonna throw away everything. No. This bitch is mad. They married. It ain't like this. We on a virgin. They on some virgin and shit. This nigga is they married and shit. This bitch talking like this. These are my tits. I'm like, hold up. See, that kind of shit remind me of Eddie on Raw. When he started talking about like the lady. It was like this is what the lady said. He was like, how it is now. You know how women is now. I don't see no ring on this finger. You can't control me. This is the totally opposite. This bitch got a ring and still talking about these are my tits. I said, boy, this shit here, that's that old feminist shit. Man, I'm just like, I couldn't be there. Once that bitch said that, it's a wrap. I'm already in my mind. Oh yeah, you been somebody jumping down on you. So that's how I think, though. That's just me. Don't take, you might be free, liberated and all that shit, but if I was a nigga, I'd be like, you trying to tell me something? You gonna say you a hoe? Say it. You gonna say you trying to get your freak on? Let's put this subtle sluttery to the side. Just, you know what I'm saying? What it is. I ain't there, man. You know what I'm saying? That boy, he went. Well, I'm just going to the movie. So anyway, I'm just I can get to that point of the end, but I can get back to that. But anyway, so I'm saying this is even more disrespectful. It's after the tits. Here come Tony DeMarco. He boom, man. You mind if I buy you a drink? Man, take you on the tour to the club, some old wild shit. And the bitch went for it. I said, ooh, ain't that much getting the. Hey man, we out here. I understand. Okay, we loosening it up and trying new things. It ain't that much trying this shit in the world, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even like you just on the floor dancing with the nigga. Which these days, even that. No, this ain't the fucking 60s and shit. Oh, they just dancing. No. You tell me by the way niggas dance. This is new shit. And my parents, they work different. You know what I mean? You in the club, you know what I'm saying? I ain't feeling that shit. Maybe if niggas too fucked up, but yeah. So, but I get it or whatever. But no, this shit was like, this nigga was just slim, but the nigga broad, man. I was like, oh, come on, bro. So, boom, she shoot with DeMarco. He's sitting up, which is also disrespectful too, because this man ain't even on this type of time. You brought him here. you gotta pick the ballistics. This man ain't even on that type of time, first and foremost. You got him in the club, and then you give him to the club, and you shoot off. What? That damn. Hey, hold up, man. That damn day. That's some screw tape shit. I don't know nothing about. But so yeah, man. This shit funny the motherfucker. So okay, we're gonna go to your boy there. Call the gang. Call his partner. They were okay. Now, mind you. Now hold up. You're right. You're right for you, ball. All right. Now, one thing I want to say is this. Let me stop doing that. All right. One thing we want to make mention of is this. And this is psychology. Ultimately, all these different groups and these people within this movie, you can look at them as you have a I don't want to say it like that, but they're basically different mentalities or different psychological profiles or whatever. And when you look at all of them, it's like all of those characters exist within your sight to a certain degree or one degree or another, no matter how subtle. At least it's what I'm getting At least in my well, yeah, because basically what it's doing is basically showing you, giving you a general profile of a person. You can be uptight, or you can either be a quote unquote social butterfly like Suzanne. Because ultimately, even I'm talking shit, but ultimately Suzanne has a point though. I think that was the point of the movie too, showing you how that's cool and all, but you can go too extreme with that shit, and you gonna see the karma of that shit in a minute with we get to the with Jackie, but so let me see. That boy, Atomic Dog, man, boy, that dog. God damn it. We gonna these niggas ass tonight, man. We're gonna make this a 2 to 3 part series. I'll be close the summer out with this shit. We're gonna get into some shit though. Oh yeah. But yeah. So you got Dave. He's uptight. Yeah. What time is it? Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all a breakdown, and we'll get to the thick of it a little later. We'll kick it out like this. So you got Suzanne. She's the opposite of that, which is needed, the balance. So it's like she's you need to get out and explore and open up. And they use the terminology in the movie. Open up, loosen up, open up. Carl tells his partner, hey man, hit the grass, you need to loosen up. She tells this nigga, open up. And basically that's what I'm telling a lot of you niggas. You niggas be so rigid in your thinking. That's why you can't get certain shit. You can't get divine information if you can't think outside the norm. Because divine information is not no normal shit. So like when I was finding out who I was, and I'm still walking amongst my partners and shit, and certain partners like, say, bro, look, why niggas thought I was tripping? Oh, he think he the one, and I'm like, no, nigga, I'm just short. Yeah, I am, but I'm still not, cause I'm just. Look at this shit. I'm showing niggas. Niggas is like, I'm like, and this ain't no knocking niggas, but I'm saying, niggas can't. Certain shit I tell you when I be trying, I got some niggas talking about, I don't believe in conspiracy theory. But hold up, God, this nigga here, this one nigga an example. But this nigga, before I even got locked up, we used to have fucking shit that they come, the type of conversations motherfuckers would probably consider some old, which is a bullshit, because the phrase conspiracy theory itself is assassin. See, what they do is, okay, conspiracy theory, right? See, they took that word. That's why I be telling you got a peak word association. They took conspiracy theory, and because a conspiracy theory is, okay, I have a theory that these people or this consort of people are conspiring to do some type of task or whatever, right? Even if I don't have hard facts, then it's a theory. Okay, that's fair. A conspiracy theory. But then but it wasn't never meant to be labeled. See, now when you hear conspiracy theory, it's a stigma. Oh, that's a conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theories. It's like, no, nigga. Yeah, it might be a conspiracy theory, but you saying that, the way the energy you put on the word conspiracy theory make somebody think conspiracy theory means some old shit that don't need to be evaluated or some shit. So a nigga be like, yeah, why all conspiracy theories? So another nigga that's stupid and don't know, hear you say, I'm just a conspiracy theory. Like, no, nigga, yeah, it's a conspiracy theory, but you need to go do the theory, test the theory. It ain't, but these niggas have brought that to that point where when you, and it's like a way of using the phrase to like try to make somebody obsolete. Well, they said, they putting you know, whatever wild shit they do or they say nigga doing, and you say it, woo, nigga like, then how do you feel about that? And then have a nigga who's trying to combat that, like, oh, that's a conspiracy theory. So if you subconsciously, a lot of people program, when they hear conspiracy theory, they subconsciously program by the way the words been, the images upon the word, they program to automatically short out. Oh, so it's so many words, conspiracy theory has become like synonymous with like almost synonymous with lies. So they're like, oh, it's a conspiracy theory. See, then once they got the words the way it's at now, you can say that and that'll just automatically make them niggas say, oh, yeah, conspiracy theories. But anyway, this shit is not for the real. You have to have a fluid mentality. You have to be like water, like Bruce Lee said, in order to understand and get true knowledge of self. And then not only get knowledge of yourself as a person, but knowledge of yourself as it relates to the universe, and knowledge of the universe, which is knowledge of self itself, because you are one with the universe, or whatever the fuck y'all call it these days, the great beyond and all this shit. So when you are rigid in your mentality, a nigga come to you like the fish story. This is a rare thing. Like I think that was just a little. I was like a bit, but I said even when they start breaking it down, I can't remember. And you start talking about the little fish in the water drives. I said, well, that makes sense. But I couldn't conceive of a fish that smiled. But I was like, who the fuck I am? I ain't never been. Who the fuck knows? They got some shit that big. They know they probably got some fish that big. So maybe whatever he heard, or maybe that nigga was challenging some shit, saying that type of shit happened too. Motherfucker be saying some shit, and that shit be coming from the cosmos, and they don't even know. I do the shit sometimes, and then you have to go back and, oh yeah, that was that where that came from. Okay. You have to be able to open up. That's when they say don't judge. Like, for example, with dealing with just life, judge, and they be like, oh, don't judge. No, you. Well, what you really trying to say when you say don't judge is using the word wrong. You do supposed to judge. When you judge, you just making decisions. You trying to make educated decisions based off of whatever information is pertaining to whatever you make a decision towards or whatever, right? So you supposed to make judgments. Nigga, no, I don't judge. What? I do, because if a nigga tell me shit like, well, you know, you can tell me a whole lot of shit. Well, I do this. You can tell me, oh man, I like to swim naked in mud piles, some shit. Nah, excuse me, I'm spitting. I'm off the chain, excuse me. But you can tell me you like to swim, you know, and I don't know how that would even be a conversation, but I'm just giving you a hypothetical about judging. I'm like, okay, well, that's your thing. You know, each his own, you know. So, but if that was in like a movie or something, they were like, oh, okay, whatever, man, I ain't judging. And it's like, so you would think that's what that word really, but it's like, no, it's like, I'm saying, okay, that's your thing. But let's just say, oh, if niggas say, well, you know, I like to rape women. I'm like, okay, now I'm judging. I'm judging. Should I be around your monkey ass? Which, okay, so why are you telling me this? Are you planning to change? Or I would just tell, oh, yeah, okay. Judging. You goddamn right. I'm down now. I'm judging. Now that's judge. Now I gotta judge. See, you talk some shit like that. It's like, and even then I'll be judging. Like, okay, you might tell me some shit like, okay, that nigga ain't rap too tight, but that's his business. Like, he ain't hurt nobody else, so whatever. But I might have to limit my space with this. I mean, limit how much I fuck with him, but whatever. But then it be some shit nigga say, you like, nah, bro. I really think niggas like you should be out of here. But you know. But anyway, so nigga, I don't judge. Like, no, you do need to judge, but it's like you don't want to certain shit. Like, anyway, you get what the fuck I'm saying. So yeah, that's all I want to say about being more. And not necessarily saying you have to go for everything. I would say you just at least explore some shit like, yeah, or try to figure it out if it piques your interest. Or it, you know, I tell niggas, if you gonna start, just like I'm telling y'all about the whole rites of passage thing and all that, if you gonna, niggas put all the energy into hanging somebody out to dry or gossiping and boys want to slander and all that old shit. You put all the energy into that, but them same people that never put the energy into, well, what the fuck? Well, how can we figure this out? Maybe we can curtail at least this shit till we can get a cap on this shit, or get a new generation in or something. You did. I mean, they don't do that though. Them niggas go, here, send him here. We'll kill him. Let's beat him down. And yeah, but them boys ain't nobody gonna step to the side. I step away from them niggas, be like, oh yeah, that's some weird shit. What the fuck is going on? Where is this coming from? So maybe we can stop niggas from turning into these things when they get here. Who knows? But yeah. So you got now we'll go to Maddie and Jessica. Everybody pretty much the same thing. Cause Carl partner, he all uptight. You know, they ride, and then it represents the two opposites. I'll say, so they ride, they on their way to the club. They blowing this shit. Carl trying to loosen up, nigga, hit the grass. He passing the grass, so you know I think he hit it a few times. What do you say? He say turn your mind. He say turn off your mind. I tell nigga, you know, basically what Mike was telling me, put that 9 to 5 on the shelf and enjoy yourself, yo, whatever. Yeah, you get off the board, hit the grass. So he hit the green and shit. So Carl like, yeah, man, I'm trying to get up in here and get some action. Woo, woo. This nigga like, I don't want no action. He's like, man, that's a bunch of He's like, so some of the word Carl was the nigga who wanted to go out and have some action and, you know, be on some promiscuous type of shit. His partner was like, oh man, I just want one girl to chill out with and blah blah blah. Two different opposites or whatever, which can exist in one person, but they just show you two different mentalities. But the whole thing with him was, even to do that, even to go, which he ended up doing, or even to do that, to find that one chick or whatever, and everybody was like, well, like in this case, the girl he ended up linking up with was that type of chick he was looking for, because she was one of the ones who didn't want to be there, which almost like him. So they all started the night off with the same temperament. She didn't want to be there. He didn't want to be there. And they whole little shit was serendipitous or whatever, because we'll get to that. What she say? Yeah, Carl like, yeah, man, I'm trying to get in here, give me some action, woo, woo, and blah, blah. He's like, man, I just want one girl, blah, blah, blah. So he's like, man, you just loosen up, nigga, who hit the weed, blah, blah, blah. So he give him the grass and shit. So, here we go with Suzanne. She's like, it's real. I got the notes right here. She's like, it's good to experience new things. You've been so he tells her when she so what she basically what she's saying has a consciousness type of vibe to it, a new agey, but this was old. This is the 70s or something like that. So, he's like, oh yeah, you've been reading Cosmopolitan again. They got people at Cosmopolitan. You know, she's more on she's like representing the level of consciousness, but a little bit below this next motherfucker we finna enter in a little bit, cause this bitch here was on the damn dot. But she talking a little shit, whatever. Let me see. He walking up the yellow. He walking there with a yellow bow on a bottle. The yellow bow on the bottle. You know that shit all relate to this shit. The bow, the bottle, whatever the fuck, salt sticker, whatever the fuck that was in the hand. A pillow, represented a pillow or whatever. But in the yellow was trying to was showing you how he was stuck in his ego. So he was more so on some that's why he was so combative. So he was stuck. The yellow boatman, he was stuck in his ego. So everything she was saying, he was combating against it because he was in his ego. He had to damn near get knocked out. And not really get knocked out, but damn near it was like, if you was looking from a spiritual standpoint, it was like, if you just say, let's just speak about this shit more. He had damn near had to get, like, the spirit was trying to tell this nigga, okay, well, what are we gonna do with this nigga here? We're gonna knock him out. But not knock him out. They're gonna sedate, put him on drugs. That's what they did. But through the girl, through Jackie, we will get into that. But they had to alter this nigga mind state through narcotics to really get that nigga to loosen up. And the shit that she was trying to show this nigga, the Suzanne chick, she didn't have the power. But she was fucked up too because she went out with the nigga. So she really was trying to show him shit. You going out with another nigga. But she, when he went over there with Jackie really gave the nigga what he needed. Now he ended up going back, waking up, oh shit, what happened? But that type of shit still, well, I'll say, make sure I bring it up towards the end of the movie. But that nigga he was stuck in his ego and shit. So when he hooked up with Jackie, she put the magic on the boy, and that boy, let me go step by step, man. See, no pun intended. Was that the dress? I'm like, the dress? The fuck? Okay, the breast. All right, we talked about that. With yeah, I was saying, Buddy had a valid gripe. I understood where he was coming from with that. Now, when you see the movie in our day, that type of shit is like, it's really, these motherfuckers so wild. It was so wild now. That little shit was kind of light, what he was talking about. When you had to think about the 70s, though. In the 70s, that was like a thing. You were like, bitch, you tripping. Especially then, because it wasn't as, like it is now, but, you had them two there. I can't remember these girls' name. But the two young white chicks. I don't remember their name, but they was underage. They was too young to get in the club, so they had to sneak in the club. Yeah, they got it. That was wild. But well, we're gonna get to that. But they I gotta get into them a little bit. I'm gonna go watch it again and get a little bit more of the commentary. But I know, but some of the words, they were just trying to get in the club. They were coming of age or something. It was like coming of age story for them. But you got all these different people coming from all these different walks of life. You got Jackie. Now, Jackie is the hippie. Now, she's the one that's gonna prove or add credence to what the fuck I've been telling you niggas about this shit. And this ain't saying you gotta go and do no. Yeah, I ain't trying to start no epidemic around this motherfucker and no shit like that. And I have to say that because you'll see when I get to talk about the movie. But this motherfucker here now, and it goes to show you how everybody be having who they are at work, and then it just shows you how it's Fridays. It's about the relaxation. Everybody getting off. And we can get to songs. Bill and James, Friday night. Aaliyah, it's Friday. Cheers to the weekend. But it's showing how all these people from different walks of life are all coming. Which I was wanting to say this too. Niggas may want to see, we got a problem with throwing shit away. Like, I be hearing people saying, like, shit, man, radio was a darn culture. I'm like, if it is, you niggas better need to be trying to revive that shit. But this is just how I feel. You may think, oh, it's the big bad internet, and first and foremost, the radio, man, look. But they're gonna show you how, and you might know he taking it too far. You know, maybe I'm just in my own bag with the shit, but I'm gonna tell you something. My nigga, the radio shit go nowhere. I don't know what they need to do to, because that, man, don't get me wrong, the internet is a bad motherfucker to compete with. But you don't throw the radio away. First and foremost, look at all that blood, sweat, and tears, proverbial blood, sweat, and tears, and maybe real shit, but just do all these years what radio did. But that's just like some old bullshit that, oh, we got the internet now, fuck that. It's like, no, nigga, the radio, but is what. See, now everybody is like, okay, well, I can go on YouTube and I can go listen to this and I can go listen to that. Back in the game, everything was more unified to a certain degree because, and I'm not knocking because this shit is cool too, but you gotta have a balance. But I'm gonna show you something. It's like we more connected now. It goes, I guess, got its gives and takes. Because you got the internet, like, okay, we more connected. It's like, yeah, cause we, everybody more worldwide, connect, worldwide web, and you can get on the internet and meet people from all places. That's all good. We ain't knocking the internet, but what I'm saying is, when you get on the internet, the difference between us and the internet, the 90s and the internet ages, in the 90s, all you had was the radio. Or you had the radio, cable, basic TV, you had the video stations or whatever. You had BT with Rap City, The Basement Whoop, and all that. 106, and all the other, they had other shows and shit too. And then you had MTV Jam, and then all that shit, whatever. And not just talking about rap, people, we just talking about entertainment period, music period. So, today when you get on the internet, it's like now I can go look at some shit that's particularly more interesting to me, just like everybody else. So it's like, instead of back in the game, 100 people would have been probably watching Rap City at the same time. And we know it's more than that, but you just take a day, go look at their Scantron, whatever they call that shit, whatever they would call the viewings of that day. You go look at that shit. Back then, it'd be like, okay, such amount of people were watching watching Rap City when it came on, right? But then today, if you was to bring Rap City back, or if it was still back, it'd probably be less people. But the reason being is because more people have more access to things that I can go. I don't have to look at what you're gonna play me. I can go find shit I want to. And you might be, that's cool, but it ain't always. Sometimes you want. That's why I don't never expel them. I never like. Most niggas I grew up with this shit be like, man, fuck the radio. If they got a tape deck, they can throw something in that bit on a CD deck, or now the new shit, that shit MP, whatever. Niggas gonna do whatever they do. And I'm gonna do that too, but I still keep my ear to the street though. So that's one of the things the radio is pointing up for too. Just knowing what the fuck going on, or source of information. You know what I'm saying? The news and shit. About the what club popping, what's this, what's jumping, woo woo. So it's like, I don't know when to get radio fucked up because I'm just saying it because I see what people be saying. I'm like, nah, I don't let that radio go. I don't know what the fuck y'all need to do to generate more interest in it, or kind of make that shit more requisite. But I don't do that because it's good to sometimes listen. That's when we saying about with the Suzanne shit, kind of falls to that category where she like exploring new things and shit. Now this wouldn't be necessarily exploring new things, but it's more so like taking control out of your hands sometimes so you can find some new shit. Cause see, you say you don't never listen to no radio, you don't listen to real things, you just listen to whatever you listen to. You might be missing some shit that's live. Just like I might be missing shit, and I ain't doing it on purpose. It's like I gotta get back into the swing of music altogether, which I'm slowly doing. I'm trying to get back to where I listen to music more because I kind of slacked off. But you want to mix. You want to sometimes let that music. But it gets hard sometimes now because the quality of the music ain't like it was when we was growing up. It's like it's kind of. I said, and then I be hearing a lot of good shit that don't even be on the radio. I be like, God damn. Oh, that's weird, man. But yeah, so shit, hold on. Yeah, but so yeah, man. But I don't want to get too much into that because I'm trying to get this part out here. So, yeah. What was I going with that? But yeah, that's why I was more easier. See, now you don't hear people say, "Oh, that's classic," or because everybody's so in their own lane. But I guess it's a part of the industry going through whatever it's going through because that's a part of it too. Don't be ridiculous, you know. They always push buttons and controlling that shit, making what they think is hot shit. Some of that shit do be, and some shit be just get slid through, but it be bullshit. But it be the hot shit that y'all that told you it is. But back then it was easier to create a hit that everybody resonated with because everybody went on their own time. So this nigga might be live, but you like, fuck him, I'm jamming this nigga from Spotify to 2K to whatever the fuck this nigga's name be. You know, some old Jimmy the Kraken, some old shit. I'm jamming this nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know, this nigga like, oh man, fuck Jimmy, fuck both of them niggas. I'm jamming the Bootron 18 and all this old, you know, you wild little niggas. You know, so it's like, he about 5 niggas that don't let them niggas listen to nobody. They the same. We probably got 2 niggas that y'all got a common bond with everybody else got. I'm quite sure that's a dynamic in today's. I'm not saying that's the norm, but I'm quite sure it's a dynamic within the youth because there's just so much shit out there, all the options and shit. All the options is cool, but sometimes it's like it can kind of too many can kind of like. But we here now and shit. I say. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know, but you have to be creative. Yeah. Anyway, so now let me see. So let's get back. Let's go to the soup thing, and let me see if I'm gonna take y'all after that. Let's go to the soup thing. So she's like, well, we Jennifer and Maddie. Now Jennifer, she's clumsy. She's one of the ones that don't really want to be there. Knocking over shit and shifting responsibilities. You be like, well, you said why I say that? Well, it's a part of the movie when she knock over some shit, being clumsy. Then she's like, oh, it's not my fault. And she was like, I'm sorry. Then she was like, oh no, I'm not sorry. They're sorry. Like, so showing you a part of her personality that's why I say not necessarily these parts. These are all parts that are. We just say these are all potentialities within your human cosmology, whatever you want to call it, your human shit or whatever. So, she represents that shit, a motherfucker who shifts responsibility. I didn't do it, it was my fault, it was him. But she knocked these people shit over or whatever. So, she's knocking shit over all day, or whatever. I do that shit too. Not like that, I don't know what she was on, but just, I don't know, it just be like that and shit. I'm not clumsy like that, but it's like I be in this bitch trying to do shit. I be trying to move this. Oh, nah, man. I need most. I probably ain't just too cramped in or some shit. But But not like on the level she was on. That shit's like some extreme shit, but it just be little shit with me. I just turn around this way and tap the chapstick cap that was here and it fell off while I'm trying to walk out the door. It's just bullshit, but yeah. But yeah, but I ain't to that degree. You know, I ain't no uptight sticker. She's uptight, or she wasn't uptight. That's what the whole dynamic was. You had all these different pairs, but each one of them had one that was uptight and one that was loose and came to party or came to do their thing or whatever. And then some people found out they didn't really come for. They didn't come where they thought they came for. They didn't want that shit no more. That shit got to pop it off, but we'll get to that. Well, bully, okay, so they're trying to get in and shit. Your boy bought the two girls. That was some wild shit. I'm trying to think. I ain't gonna go into that shit, but you don't see it. But old Don Flamingo. Them boy wild, man. This is a wild movie, man. But this was saying the shit called the zoo, the party animals, the zoo. So yeah. That bit, but you'll see. But then at the same time, though, they were showing you shit in the movie too, because each one had like different. I give you two. I had to probably had to go back and see if I could see what the other ones was. But like, you gonna hear Bobby tell Tony the Mark, "Go get him, Tiger," and then your boy, I'm a pause. But your boy, I say pause. Fuck that shit. You gotta have that shit. See niggas be talking about what. Why are y'all saying Paul? Let me show you something, bro. That agenda that they pushed was so thick, it's to the point to where you think that shit don't have no effect. So you be like, and you don't make the correspondence because Paul some shit they was saying before they amped that agenda up. But if you want to be honest to me, the way I look at it, when them niggas was saying that Paul shit. That shit was gonna be needed. They knew what they didn't even know this shit. But I ain't never heard them say it. But when this shit start getting thick like it is now, you need that type of shit because it's different now. It's so everything is. And I'm not knocking. Like I say, I always say, I'm disclaiming. I'm not knocking homosexuality. But what I'm saying is they push that agenda to the point to where they shove it in your face so much to where it's like now where you just. Niggas, I done seen niggas on the internet trying to eat a hot dog, and a nigga was like, "Oh man, you tripping?" I'm like, "What? He's eating a hot dog, Paul." You know what I'm saying? That's with the lip. So when you talking, especially to the youth, I don't be around a lot of young niggas, but I can only imagine you gotta feel me because they grew up in this wild, the agenda ass. Even though I always look subtle shit here, but the thick agenda, the thickness of the agenda. So. You might be like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I took short of the Coney Island, we eating hot dog. Oh, you had to say Paul. Cause they were, oh man, he said he had a hot dog. Just say you was around. See, we was, man, now time seeing you around some of a, we still say it because it's just, it's a thing. I can't explain it, but even more so now. So like I said, even when I was seeing it back before I even got locked up, out there in Harlem and shit, Dame and them niggas with the Paul shit. But when they started, it was like I was in jail, like Paul. When I came home and the shit started heightening up, it was like, yeah, you didn't have to say this shit. It's like you feel it just y'all think these folks gonna be creating energy with this shit, but you get confused because you will think that, okay, you think that viewing the agenda in at least in a certain light automatically means you don't like gay people. That's when people get confused at. So when I start talking about when I get in this motherfucker and say, hey man, why the fuck are you putting gay people? Why are you exposing pre-kindergarten kids and shit, first grade kids to transsexuals and trying to explain that to them through books and all this old weird shit. When they ain't supposed to be, you don't even supposed to be talking to them about sex shit. But you pushing the shit down their throat or you put it on their face or whatever. So if I start talking like that, then see people so wild to just go with whatever they into with this group think shit. And nigga be like, oh man, he's hating the gay. I'm like, no nigga, I'm not bashing gay. I'm saying that's not right. I don't give a fuck what context you putting in. You don't even supposed to be talking to them about no fucking dick and put period. I know first and second graders and shit, or kindergarten, these was kids. I've seen this shit on TV. Yeah. What that, these folks is wild. So I start talking that shit. They go, oh, and like I say, mind you, not. Like I say, I tell you, I don't know about sound. I can't remember. I did the tape twice. That always fucks me up. So I don't know if I brought it back. I know I said it at least once, and it may not be the one I published. But I said, like I say, I told you the story about Sylvester. I think he was a disco. I think that was that disco era, if I'm not mistaken. But that thing has a kind of like the house music thing. Like I said, but music is music. I don't. Oh, that's disco gay. And it's like, no, it was gay people listening to good music called disco. That's just how I look at it. When I listen to disco, I don't hear, oh, it's gay time. It's like, no, it's good music and shit. Night fever. Yeah. Take you niggas back to new BT. Late night. I feel alive. Yeah, nigga. That Gloria Gaynor. That be in this bitch, man. You put it on these boys' neck, man. Hey, so yeah, man. Yeah, man. But it's a thing. You don't have to. I'm not saying everybody gotta go around saying it, but I understand what niggas say, and I say this shit because it be the thickness of this shit. It be just it's kind of. I feel like it's kind of lightening up a little bit there, but this shit got thick to the point to it's like, you know, you can't. You be in the kitchen making a salad. Oh man, what you know, bro? Shit in the kitchen, man, tossing this salad. Oh, what's going on? Yeah, it's to that point. You have to say pause. Just the pause does something. When you say pause, it stop that shit. Like making it. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. That shit works. You know, like I say, you take it how you want to take it, man. But that shit works to me because that's how you cut the bullshit. You talking. If I'm eating that, hell man, I'm finna go make some hot dog. Paul, and you go, okay, don't even, you can't go there no more. All that shit. But anyway, so yeah, man. But anyway, so I forgot what they was doing, but she was telling her to be casual. And it's funny because I watched this shit the day was it? I watched it the day before. I watched it. No, before I watched it yesterday to do this, I was saying this shit. I was like, man, I was thinking about the suit thing. I was like thinking about how I'm not really a suit guy. I'm more of a casual dresser. Or I'm a casual. Now I'm just thinking like, say you was chilling somewhere and a motherfucker just walked up on you 2 or 3 days walk up on you with suits and shit on, and you a nigga, especially from the hood. First thing you gonna think is, oh, what the fuck going on? You might not just jump to the worst, but you gonna be first thing a nigga gonna think. You gonna be like, hold up, what the fuck going on here? What kind of business is this? You know, my friends are cat, but this what I was saying. I was like, I'm thinking about mine. I'm like, you know, you know, somebody pull up at your crib and 3 niggas hop out with suits on, 3 motherfuckers you don't know, especially if they white. Sorry, white people, yeah, the whole that. But that's just, they hot. They motherfuckers got suits and shit on, ties and shit. I'm like, who are these niggas? My friends are casual dressers. Who are these guys? You know, just saying hypothetically if that shit was to happen. But I said the casual thing, and then I went and watched the movie, and she used that exact terminology. Talking to Jennifer, she was like, "Man, be casual." In other words, don't be uptight. Casual is relaxed. Uptight is suit, tie, business. That's what the nigga said in the movie. He said, I think Suzanne was telling me to suit and tie some shit. Oh no, with Jackie was asking him about this. She was like, "You always wear that?" Because he's Jackie. I'm saying we get to this Jackie figure. She told her, "See, all right, let me get to that. We're gonna flash to that, and then I'm gonna post this one up. I'm gonna give you this one, and we're gonna come back." And nigga say, "Okay, Shorty gone with the Tony DeMarco, right? So they like, okay, if she can hop around and do what she want to do, I'm gonna do what I want to do." This nigga go to the total his psychological profile, the chick he was attracted to, or the one he went to go experiment with. Show you how they were showing you how the balance of opposites or whatever, or the interaction of opposites. This nigga went and mind you, this is the uptight, I don't want to be here, the animals just dancing and all this shit when he was trying to get that hoe. But same nigga, when he decided to go out and explore, that nigga went to the wild thing. Yeah. So look how they got the movie. So this nigga, the chick he ended up going and linking up with and having the time of his life with was a total furthest from this uptight ass nigga he was. And she put that nigga to bed. She put the Dave nigga to bed. The uptight, she put that nigga to sleep for a minute. And this bitch brought out Baba Kazoo. And Baba Kazoo was a fool. Hey, man. Y'all gotta go see this movie, man. I'm laughing at shit. This is really look at this shit, man. I hope you've been doing you smoke your one or something. Look at this shit here. Baba Kazoo. But when I was saying about the animal thing, the nigga Dave, you look at me, look like a cockatoo. Pause. See what I'm saying? The nigga be like, "Oh, what was that?" No, that's a bird. I'm not trying to be, that ain't no sexual reference, but if you gonna look at the nigga's nose and shit, and he started doing certain shit where the nigga looked like a cockatoo or some shit, or whatever. And then there's gonna be another nigga, I'll tell you, Don Flamingo, you will see him. That boy there. That boy there, man. That shit that was wild. But that was a badass movie though, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. But so let's get to that, and we'll come back. We gonna get on. Let's get on. You know, old Gus and old Shelly. Gus and old Shelly. They we'll get into that, but so I'm gonna get y'all that one later. So I'm gonna hold out. I got to hold a little something for later the next one. I'm gonna give y'all this, but let me see. All right, we give you this two with Gus. I give y'all Gus, and I give y'all then we'll get the old Dave and old Jackie. All right, so here we go. So I'm gonna show you about this. Okay, so Gus is a fucking bully. So he in that bitch bumping that nigga, and he bumping into motherfuckers, and he bumped into Carl Potton, I think. He bumped into this nigga, I think if I'm mistaken, and then Carl Potton was like, "My bad." You like, "You bitch." He was insecure bully. So he's a garbage man. Not knocking garbage man. I know people gotta do what they gotta do to survive, whatever. But I'm saying it kind of matched the nigga personality because he had a garbage pail mentality. So I think by him being a garbage man, what they were trying to say, this nigga was a trash. He was a trash man. He's trash. His personality was trash. He needed an ass whooping, a wake up call. So he bumped. So he in there on the blind date. He looking for Shirley. Shirley was supposed to have her on blue. He put up on the chick, was like, "Hey, are you Shirley?" She was like, "No, I'm not Shirley. What makes you think that?" Or something like that. But he was rude to motherfucker. He was like, "Cause you wearing blue." She was like, "This ain't blue, this turquoise." Blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? He don't have no social skills and shit. So he's like, "Hey, you might dance, bitch." He didn't say that, but he might as well have said it when he was talking. And she was just like, whatever. And so anyway, he finally bumping the Shirley and shit. And they was talking and shit. They the two opposites. He's an aggressive bully. She's kind of a laid back. We'll give you an example. So they talking. Of course, they clash. So she was like, let me see. All right, let me go right here. But I'm gonna show you one thing about that part. So he's a garbage collector. He's there's one scene where they in a phone booth. Gus in the phone booth shake. He think to pull somebody up out of that bitch. Then he went in there. He was shaking the phone booth and he said she trying to tell him to calm down. He was like, I ain't got no change. He said, I have no change. So when you had to pay attention though, that was a sign when he was when he said he has no change, what they were saying was he needed change. He can't change, which he ended up changing though. But he was like, I don't have no change or something like that. So I'm looking at it, okay, I see what it is they're trying to say. And then he said, give me a dime. She said, Shirley was like, I only got one dime left and I'm gonna need to call my therapist. Now, he the nigga that needs a therapist. Just to show you how shit works. So that's what I'm trying to show you the movie. This nigga here losing his mind, raging and shit. And then she was like, what's wrong with you? That nigga was like, hey, don't make fun of my height. See, that's psychological shit. So she said, I'm not talking about your height. But see, that be the thing. If they're trying to show you, niggas be, a lot of shit be, motherfuckers be doing shit trying to cover their own insecurities. So he's insecure about his height. She didn't even talk about his height. But when she told him, when she asked him, what's wrong with you? The first thing that came up was he thought she was referring to what he felt eternally, not me. I'm a short nigga, but I don't got no qualms with that shit. But that's I'm pointing at myself. But get the wrong idea. You know, these deep niggas, where he was pointing at himself, so he was trying to infer that. No. That's not me. But he was when she asked him what was wrong with him, he told her, basically he was telling her it was one of his hang-ups was his height, but he didn't say it in words because he don't know how to express it that way. So when she said, what's wrong with you? He said, hey, don't make fun of my height. When she said, what's wrong with you, the first thing that came to his mind, what was wrong was that which was wrong with him eternally, what he felt was wrong with him. But he didn't say it like that. It just came out. And he don't have no self-control. So that happens. You can be cool and out, I'm a bully all you want, but you don't have no self-control for real type of you too unbridled. You that type that it jumped out. Hey, I'm quick full of my height. Like she was like, I wasn't talking about your height, motherfucker. Like, but that was the key right there. When if she was a psychologist or she was a therapist, she'd be like, oh, okay. You have height issues. You have an insecurity about your height, so you take your insecurities out on other people, and you don't see it in the movie. And I'm saying he's like, I don't have no change. What he was saying was he needed change. He don't have any change. One way it came to me was like, came out was like it ain't no changing him, but it did. He got a change. It took something, but she had to hit that nigga with a right hook, but it shook his ass up, and that's what I'm saying. He was uptight in his, I'm sturdy, fuck you, bully mentality, whatever. And she loosened that when she hit him. She loosened that nigga up. He was a new man. He takes that sometimes. See, I what Toast was telling him. Hey, pick that iron up. These boys tripping. We peaceful and shit. Pick that iron up. All over there wilding. So even Shirley told you that. Shirley was laid back, sweetheart. Being around this nigga too much. Then the roles reversed, but not necessarily because she was kind of right. She was right. He was like, she was like, we supposed to be. He was like, I bust my. She was like, there's many things to be happy about in the world, something like that. And the nigga was like, let's see what he said. Well, I'll go into detail later. But she basically tell a nigga, you should be happy for life or something like that, some of that nature. He'd be like, what I got to be happy for? I bust my ass all week, woo woo. So here it is, you're this asshole. And that's what I be saying, the work. See, that's what the party is about. When you in there busting loose, you getting all that funk from that work week out for you. You getting the work makes you rigid, push you, depending on your job. Not everybody's job ain't like that, but still in all, it's still a rigidness that comes with that's good to in some form of fashion. It's your discretion. Bust that shit out. That's what the party in the weekend we are. That's why Mike said he said put the 9 to 5 on the shelf and enjoy yourself. Let that fool loose inside your soul. Put away your inhibitions. That's what he was telling niggas. And we thinking it's just. We'll go back to hold up. Let's take it back to the P-Funk. But boy, George Clinton, when he say, "Here's our chance to dance our way out of our restrictions." What you think that nigga was talking about? What's the restrictions? That's that work week. The best example would be to use somebody that's having who maybe don't like their job or probably had a hard week or something, whatever shit going on, and you tight all week, man. Fuck them all, or the girl who's always going home telling them, baby, I'm fuck them all up work, whatever, however it go. That shit calls her. You got to go out. That's why the weekend you supposed to go out, have your feet on your back, do whatever you do, and loosen up, bust that shit up off you. You supposed to be getting down with the funky side. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of partying because it's like you gotta look at your body like a tambourine or they call that shit the caramba or whatever the one with the beads in this shit. That's how your melody is. You gotta shake all that shit, nigga. We was doing. That's why they want this shit tonight, like now in certain places. I guess our shit always. We ain't never really had that problem. That's why I say out here. We had certain situations like Jamaica. Perfect example. Jamaica. And Jamaica was located near a rich white folks type of neighborhood or whatever. So it was like they started hating on this shit. Whatever they did, I think according to how I remember, they ended up getting it shut down or whatever. But it's that type of shit right there. That energy, they can't take the energy. You know what I'm saying? So they shut that motherfucker down. But that's what we be doing though. You getting that shit off with you. Woo, bam, going on. So that's why niggas say that here's your chance to dance your way out of these restrictions and loose it up. Not to the point where you doing some old unsavory shit, too crazy, but that's where the term party animals come from. That's what the movie about. That's why they call the shit a zoo. Party animals. You get in there and you do your thing. When niggas is dancing, bro, niggas make it ugly. Unless you, like I say, I've been the cool nigga on the wall for the most part of my club career. Like I said, I get out there, chick get up on me and start dancing. I ain't gonna just sit there like a stiff. Now that's just natural nigga law. Unless you just that far into the tightness. Now, like I said, I'm a nigga who used to wild whoop, but if a chick walk up on me and start dancing, I'm gonna get my groove on and shit, you know what I'm saying? And manly, I'm gonna do my thing. But there's certain ways certain things my body just ain't gonna do though. I'm like, I'm not throwing mine that way. But yeah,
So yeah. Let me get into your boy. I'm gonna get on the Baba Kazoo real quick, and we'll cap this one out right here, and start up the next jump out with that one. And it'd be good for y'all. You know, you can hear this shit and then go. Just like the last one. You can hear this shit, then go watch the movie, get your own thing, then come back, compare what you got to mine or whatever else I got to say. It was all it works out. So we'll get to that part. So Dave, we go back to Dave. Dave on the banister. He see Tony DeMarco out there dance with the girl. Say, "Oh, yo, okay, you can get down. I'm gonna get down too." And they go straight to the wildest thing in the club. Hair from the hair. But people, this the Jackie, the motherfucker. So he stepped to Jackie on some old whoop the wham on his Friday with us. Oh, here we go. We'll get Jackie out. So he put up on her. He put up on her. They exchanged names. She tell nigga, "Oh, you don't look like a Dave. I'm gonna call you Baba Kazoo." But she got this like child. See what I'm saying? Jackie is the key of the movie because she, when you see her, she got the childlike mentality. She talking the conscious shit off the top. Ain't no denying. Look, when he put up on her, she like on the rail, right? It's like a rail. So it's a rail behind me. She like got her arm stretched on the rail, but she leaned back with one leg in her ass, something like that. Like, you know how the yogis be meditating with the one leg, and she break that shit down. So this nigga, look what happened. He stepped to her and say, "Do you always stand like that?" She said, "Only when I feel like my energy's being drained." She say, if some of the words when she broke down, if you only got one leg, with one leg lifted off of the floor, it doesn't allow a complete flow. So her energy wouldn't be able to be drained. But then she said, but you can lose it in the floor. Now, that's two ways. So she's saying, okay, if she lift her foot up and put it against her, or lift her foot, 1 foot up, it keeps motherfuckers from being able to drain the energy, right? But then she says you're gonna lose on the floor. Now that refers to the foot that's still on the floor, right? But what she's saying is, she's referring to the dancing. When you lose it on the floor, when you get out there, you get on it, you get on the floor. And I was telling you about Mike throwing a stardust and shit. Same thing. Go look at the Mike sword the shield. When I was like, Mike was slinging that stardust. That's what she's saying too. When she said you can lose in the flow, what she's saying is when you can get on the flow, and all that energy, you're supposed to let the energy loose. Look, man, nigga Bobby said, then we're gonna stay. I'm glad I'm make a note, mark of this, so when I come back, we can start from right here. I'm gonna break this part with Jackie now, and I'm gonna tell Bobby's story, and give it to you niggas again next week. We did. So the nigga got the suit on, right? She said, "You always wear that thing?" He said, "Oh, I'm gonna count as expected." Woo. Let me see if I wrote it down verbatim. Okay, okay, she asked about the jacket. She's like, "You always wear these?" He's like, I'm an accountant as expected. Woo. She said, "You don't look like a Dave. I'm gonna call you Baba Kazoo." She said, he said, "What that is?" She said, "A name. Use it as an umbrella." This was that goddamn Jackie, boy. He says, "What is that?" She said, "A name. Use it as an umbrella." Now the jacket comes off. She said the jacket
She said the jacket suppresses the main energy. That's why snakes shed their skin. That nigga was on some shit. Well, she was a white girl, but she was on some shit, boy. She asked him, does he okay, that's what it called, the suit. She asked him, does he wear that all the suit shit? Like, did you wear that all the time? He was like, it's expected. I'm an accountant. And she said, all right, off comes the jacket. That was reverse, but she was like, off comes the jacket. The jacket suppresses the energy. Suppressing being tight. I don't smoke drink. You shouldn't either. You niggas need to take a pill. I wouldn't advise. You know, I don't get on here and try to tell people to do. Like I said, I don't niggas. 1,000 niggas didn't went and taking shit. Don't know what they doing. Fuck themselves out. All in the name of me. You ain't gonna do that game. But some niggas, it be them niggas that be talking about. You shouldn't do. Them the niggas that be needing the dope. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't want you to think I'm some type of junkie or some shit. But, you know, I experimented to the point where I was just, I don't see no reason not to. Cause this shit don't. I get this shit. I get shit done. Period. But, I can party on some shit. And I can sit down here and read some shit and get some channels and shit, or I can sing and write some rhymes or make a beat. So I be most of your favorite songs and shit came up with drug highs and shit. Let's not cut the bullshit. But I'm not saying you gotta go out here and do drugs. I'm just being real. But niggas be like, I don't drink that, and he's a drug addict. Joe, the gruff, the crime dog looking ass nigga. Nigga be looking like they still knock out liquor stores and shit out here. Look at him, he's a dope addict. He's smoking weed. Niggas is fucked up. But yeah. So yeah, them the niggas that be needing, cause them same niggas, they be talking, even when they talk some good shit, well, we did the community and I don't listen. Yeah. And they finally say that dumb shit that makes sense. You know what, boy, you need to go smoke you some weed, boy. I'm go smoke you some weed. You might have to pop one. You need to do something because you fucked up. Yeah, okay. You know, like I say, drugs thing, this is not for everybody. Everybody got their own thing, and that's understandable. But then, like I say, that'd be the all shit about it. It'd be some niggas that be like, teachers are real true. But then it'd be them niggas that be judging. Well, I don't want to say judge. I don't want to use that. Just it be them niggas that be trying to shame. The more and more you hear them talk, and you be on the other side of the gate, the more and more you start thinking, you know what? Maybe you need to drink some liquor. You need a beer or something. You're an uptight bastard. Loosen up, nigga. You need to loosen up. Fuck wrong with you, dog? You know, whoever that shit go cook, whoever it may concern, I don't give a fuck. You niggas fucked up. I've seen a few of you. So we don't gotta get to the particulars. You just take that and split it. So yeah, so she told the nigga, now the jacket comes off, the jacket suppresses the flow. This is why snakes shed their skin. Use it as an umbrella. 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 Oh, don't smoke no more weed. It's killing your brain cells, you goofy niggas. Use it as an umbrella. On drugs. An umbrella. On drugs. Me. Drugs. You're a weirdo, buddy. Drugs. Now, I don't promote them. I'm not telling you to go and do them, and I'm not saying this is not just drugs, but I'm just saying, just being honest. Like I say, man, because I will say this much just to keep motherfuckers from fucking this stuff out. That shit could be dangerous. You don't know what you're doing. I don't just hear me say some shit. Thinking you like how I talk on YouTube and shit. That means, well, he done it. Nah, that's the realm. Certain shit you got to know what you're doing. Certain shit I would say you shouldn't do at all, but that leaves alone. But just for the sake of this conversation is really, I feel it requires required to at least speak towards it, because even the concept of, like I say, weed fuck shit up. Drugs ain't bad. People are bad. People for the niggas you say, well, guns don't kill no people kill people. Yeah, drugs. Niggas fuck they do it to themselves with drugs. If you can't do this shit in a moderate manner, then that's your business. But you don't tell nobody, oh, you should do it this because I was a drug. Yeah, that's how them niggas sound. You be like, well, why should I drink? Well, let's take it out of drugs. Let's not even really get no hard shit. Let's just talk about liquor. Well, I've been drunk in 4 years, and you shouldn't either. Well, why? Because I haven't. So with me at this show, you tell me I shouldn't drink because you. Well, why you don't drink? Well, I had a drug addiction. I used to beat my wife, and my kids thought I was the worst thing ever, and all this whole ass shit. And I had to look at you like, well, so you tell me I shouldn't drink because you don't know how to handle your liquor. We're gonna stop it right there. I'll be back. Shame on you, buddy. But I'll be back, man. Thank God it's Friday, man. TGIF, part 1. We popping.